Figure Skating Friday. My name is Ethan. I've been a figure skater for over 30 years. I was a competitive pair skater for 20 years. I've been a off-ice strength and fitness coach for over 15 years now. And I'm here to just give you some fun, different, interesting off-ice exercises that will improve your on-ice performance. I've gotten a lot of requests from people who want to improve the steadiness on the ice, improve their edges, and just feel more confident. So exercise number one is all about controlling the hips, especially when we skate. Now, when we skate, whenever you're lifting a leg, which would be your free leg, you want to have the hip higher than the standing leg or the standing hip. So a very simple exercise to do is I'm going to stand on 2 feet. I'm going to put one toe on the ground, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my hips. Let's pretend that my right leg is my free hip. I'm just going to work on controlling. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's peacocks in the neighborhood. We're going to work on controlling getting the free hip higher. So if you put your hands on your hips, you can feel which one is going higher. So my right one is going higher. Now, once you get that under control, you can raise this a little bit and do the same thing. So you can even touch your toe, raise, and get the hips up. Pretty much all the exercises that we're going to do today, I would do 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. That's a really good rep range to build not only consistency, but strength. Really, we're just working on getting that free hip. So when you do lift your leg while you're on the ice, you're just getting your free hip higher to make sure that your weight is all the way over your skating leg. Okay, on to exercise number 2. Once we have proper alignment, now we're gonna build the strength in the hips. So, need a resistance band, you can get them on Amazon. So we're gonna work the adductors, which are on the inside of the thigh and the hip, and the abductors, which are on kind of the outside. So the abductors are responsible for opening our hip. The adductors are responsible for closing the hip. And what I find when I do it this way, up kind of around the thigh, knee area, it's forcing me to use those muscles, but as I close or open the hip, I'm really forced to move the hip as well as the knee. Whereas sometimes if you put it on the ankle, you're closing or opening the hip, but the knee gets left behind. And it's very important that we keep everything square. And if this is your first time, I would recommend holding on to something. I don't have anything, so I'm gonna attempt to do it without. So we are going to work on our adductors first. So the inside of the hip and the leg responsible for closing the hip. So the band is pulling me that way. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna open up nice and slow, and then I'm gonna pull back. So my hips are nice and square as the end result. The band is pulling me that way, and I'm resisting by pulling the opposite direction. Also, the other thing, like what we worked on for the first exercise, making sure that the free hip, now it's my left hip, doesn't go below my standing hip. So again, we can start off by getting that hip up, raising the knee, and then opening and closing. Again, key points here, making sure that we don't go too fast, we stay in control. Also, that the free hip doesn't drop. The other exercise that we're gonna do is a band hip abduction. So we're gonna be opening our hip. So just for purposes so you can see me, I'm gonna use my opposite leg. Make sure though that you do both the in and the out on both legs. So again, I'm gonna wrap it around kind of that up above the knee thigh. I'm gonna clip the band on itself, okay? Now again, the band is pulling me this way, and I'm resisting by pulling out or opening the hip. So again, hip up, knee up. Now I'm standing over my skating leg or my standing leg, and I'm gonna open and close. Again, making sure that that free hip is not down. This is really good for strength and stability and controlling ourselves on that little blade because it's so hard. Once you have the alignment, you can work on building the strength, but very important to build the alignment first and then the strength. So that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, we're gonna do this in 2 parts. So I'd recommend you start with no resistance and then move to resistance. So we're gonna apply the strength and the alignment with a little bit of movement. So I'm gonna start on my right foot, making sure my left hip is high, get it up about 90 degrees. about upper thigh about parallel with the ground. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna jump forward and backwards, okay? So it doesn't have to be a big jump. I'm just gonna jump forward and try and maintain that same alignment, trying not to let the free side drop here. Now I'm gonna jump back to normal and then back again, trying to maintain over this standing side and then back to the middle. Then I'm gonna jump to the right here. And again, sometimes that free hips wants to drop. We're gonna keep it up, back to the middle, to the left now. Really feeling like this left hip is high and back to the starting point. So forward, middle, back, middle, right, middle, left, middle. All while maintaining that really good alignment of that free hip, trying to stay nice and high so we really feel like we're controlled, we're stable standing over our standing leg or our skating leg. The second way you could do this third exercise is with resistance. Now, I'm gonna put the band again on kind of my thigh area, right above the knee, same positioning, leg up, again, hip, leg. Now it's pulling me that way, so I'm really working my adductors here inside the hip. I'm gonna jump forward, and again, it wants to pull me that way, but I'm gonna keep it nice and close here. Back. Oh, it's wanna pull me that way, so I really have to be strong using my core in this hip. Peacocks. Back, forward, right. Now that's a tough one. Right, again, as we jump, this is really good. As we jump, we don't want to let this open, okay? We want to keep this nice and closed against our standing leg. You got to hop around that a little bit. Back to the middle, it's pulling me that way. Here, and then back, okay? So that's working on the adductors. Same way you do it, I was on my right leg, I would do the opposite on my right leg, but doing the same. Doing the same exercise, but now the band is pulling me that way. So now I'm working the outer of my thigh. So again, here, so the band is pulling me this way, and I'm resisting by pulling out, which is working my abductors. So forward, back, back, forward, right, middle, left, middle. All while trying to keep that free hip high. Try to improve in small steps, but if you're having trouble staying on an edge or really feeling comfortable over your skating side and your edges, this is a great way to build hip strength and alignment and then put it all together for better performance on the ice. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm happy to be back. I posted a video of Massimo and I skating about 2 weeks ago, and that was fun. That revived the joy of skating for me. I'm excited to film more videos each and every week for you guys. I'll see you next week. Happy Figure Skating Friday. I almost forgot how hard it is to skate and train for a program and perform in front of a number of people live. Forgot what that's like. So this has really kind of brought me back into what I used to do every day when I was training. So this is really fun for me to come up with new exercises and things that'll help you on that. So hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next week. As always, if you want to see something or you want me to work on something specifically, leave it in the comments, shoot me a message. Happy to do it for you. Figure skaters must unite.